Just a few days ago, I got top 4 in the final Elestrals digital app tournament with Earth Nexus. Yes, I have the cards. We don't have to look at the digital app. That's completely fine. Let's get into it. So first, in the deck profile, we're going to start off with the triple Equilinks. Honestly, this is what makes Earth Nexus Earth Nexus. This is the best card in the deck. The fact that it can destroy Rune after Nexusing is insane. Because in a game where there is barely any like backer removal, this is just very good. And honestly, the fact that it could put up pressure with the fact that you could just get spirits off of the meter to be able to make this a 2 spirit or a 3 spirit Elestral. So you pretty much put pressure on your opponent to react to it, and if they can't, they're just taking a lot of damage, which is so nice. Next up, we have another card that your opponent has to deal with right away, Viscerous. This card, whenever you do cast it, your opponent has to do something about it, because of the fact that if this resolves and you get another guy on your field, pretty much like because of its own effect, you pretty much just put your opponent in a position where you're like, okay, you have to out this, and if I have any back row that does anything to stop that attack, I am pretty much winning the game, which is so crazy. So yeah, Viscerous, important 3 of this card pretty much costing me the tournament in the sense that my opponent played Viscerous and they got so much advantage from it, which just let me, just sadly got destroyed by my own card pretty much. But it is what it is. Then we have triple Mudlet. So Mudlet is a great card. The fact that it is pretty much Eddie, but Eddie with a lower stat, but it is a Earth. So the fact that you could have another Earth that you could potentially Nexus off of it's really nice, honestly. Great card. Amazing card. Play this at 3. Some people have been playing this at 2. Nah, play that at 3. Then we have Moss Station. Okay, Moss Station is the only card I can kind of understand cutting this to 1. Because this card is good, but loses really hard to back row, to most back row. The fact that if you attack a monster that has higher attack, your opponent could just like Gorgon's Gaze it, and you pretty much just like lose so much advantage because of it. But honestly, I like Moss Station mainly for the fact that this deck has a rough time trying to out a Astro Rabbit. So giving more options to out the Astro Rabbit is really nice. So yeah, that's pretty much the reasoning why I'm playing 2. And for the final Earth, we have Rama Gem. I was very worried because of this card, because this card's really bad when it comes to mid game or late game. But honestly, this did way better than I thought. The fact you can search for any Earth Elestrals with this card is really nice. So you just add the Equilinks at that point, which is really good. Gomajum, actually good card, really good card. It surprised me a lot. So let's get into the Thunders. So we have Triple Astro Rabbit. This card, you're not playing it because it's a Thunder. You're playing it because it could get you into any card in the deck. This is a must play. Just play this card, honestly. Then we have Elechick. Elechick is a great card. In this deck, it's really good if you draw this for starting turn. It pretty much just gets you into the Demeter, which honestly, Demeter is such an important card for this deck. And the fact that this gets you into it right away helps you, helps set up your stuff for Equilinks, which is super nice. And speaking of Demeter, we are playing 2 Demeter. No, you do not play 3, mainly for the fact that you can just search it. You're fine, because you rather search it and have a monster, okay, Elestrals, sorry, I gotta get used to the Elestrals talk. To be able to put a 4 guy on the field, which is so crazy. And potentially, if you search the Demeter, you could just Demeter boost up the Elechick, make it a 7, get over a big guy, which is super nice. So we have the Demeter, we have the Forest. You're playing 1 Forest, mainly for the fact that it comes up when you want to, Equilinks or be able to beat over something using the Equilinks. If you Nexus off of the Demeter into the Equilinks, you have a full life Forest that will boost up your Equilinks for so much attack. So if it has 3 spirits, it could just become a 7. And you could potentially make that a 10 using the Demeter, which is kind of crazy. And Earthquake! You're playing the Earthquake. It's Earthquake, of course. And I guess I'll add these because these cards are very similar to Earthquake. You're playing 2 Cryoblast. Cryoblast does the same thing unless you're playing against a Frost, but there is barely any Frost. I did play against a Frost during the tournament, but it wasn't that much of a big deal. You just side this card out. Since we already mentioned these two, I'll just mention we are playing the one Laurels. Laurels is such a good card, and whenever you draw it, it feels really good because you just like hold on to it until you actually have to use it, and when you do, it usually comes out well. It's like very rare scenarios where it just feels bad. Like every Elestrals deck, we will be playing the triple Ambrosia. Yep, I can't say much about it. It's Ambrosia. You pretty much just get 3 back. That's all. For staples, we have the Gorgon's Gaze. It's all back row. Triple Poison Tipped Arrow. Triple Shield. Double Altar. That's it. That's really it. No Tsunami. I did not play Tsunami for the fact that I really wanted to play 7 Spirits for my for Saptor. So I wanted to focus more on the Thunder aspect, mainly because of the side deck. So there's no Tsunami in here. Altar, this card always feels very weird because it's like, this card's good when you have the resources to activate it, but sometimes it feels awful because you just have it there doing nothing. But honestly, it did pretty well. I went undefeated on the Swiss side, and all of these came up. So yeah, just backer was good for me this time. That is it for the main deck. We will be entering the Spirit deck. So the Spirit deck, honestly, it's pretty simple. We're just playing the 12. Yeah, the 12 Earth Spirits with Terralis. We're playing 7 Spirits for Saptor. Oh my god, it's so weird doing these. And we have 1 Floor Mine, and the Floor Mine's literally because of the Cryoblast, and this is all mainly because of the Thunders that we will be playing in our side deck. I'll be showing the side deck right now. But yeah, that then the 12 Earths just because Earth is good. Earth is pretty nice. So yeah, that's it. Let's get into the side deck. So we're gonna start off with the best cards from our side deck first. We have the Arcalith. I sided this in every single game. This was the MVP for the event. This card just steals games alongside the Thunderstorm. So if you have Thunderstorm and Arcalith in the same hand, you pretty much could just Thunderstorm, get rid of a back row, you Arcalith, then swing, then do 4 damage. Which is so crazy because that's what happened a lot in the event. Genuinely, best cards, like great cards. Oh my god, I would continue to side this forevermore. The rest of the Thunder Tree have the 2 Boombats. So Boombat was interesting. I never sided this in, though, because the only reason you play this if you play against a deck that summons a big guy, which I just didn't play against. I played against a bunch of 5s. I played against like Frost. I played it against like decks that summoned a lot of little guys. So we're getting into the little guy format pretty much. So Boombat might not be good, but always have it in just in case if you fight against the big guy. And the 1 Quackle, just because like if you want to heal because you're getting close to time, just heal with this and you're fine. Like, oh, it's such a big difference, the fact that I can just say, oh, potentially use this for time, compared to Yu-Gi-Oh! Where I just can't say that. So, you know what? That's a great feeling. Speaking of time cards, we have the 2 Vertilifts. Vertilif, it comes up sometimes if you're playing against heal, if you're playing against like 5s, it's really good because you just pass this, your opponent has a rough time trying to out this because it's a 7 defense. So you just like stay there. Then you could like cast the Egg Links to use it to Nexus. It's a good card, genuinely. Like, it's not just for time. Genuinely, this card's just really good. Then we have the Fallout Forest. You're playing just another one just in case if you're playing against Thunder. You side this in, then you're going to cast this, get rid of their like Mount Olympus, and you're good. Pretty much it's like another way to just remove their cards. And you're playing the 1 extra Cryoblast just in case if it does come up. Because honestly, yeah, it might come up in some matchups like 5s. So you just get rid of a bunch of the 5s. Then for our final cards, we have the Dense Fog and the 1 Owloon. Pretty much the Dense Fog is just in case if I did play the mirror match. I pretty much would have just added this in, then plus the Owloon to just not let them resolve their Equilinks. So yeah, very nice. And that's pretty much it for the deck profile, honestly. So yeah, honestly, this was a great tournament run. I was very happy with how this deck performed. And yeah, shout outs to my 2 MVPs over here. We have the Arcalith and the Equilinks here. Both of these are the MVP. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck profile. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and let's go!